Acha, regarding the timing, I am seeing Om Prakash is telling something. So I'll communicate with Prem and let you know, okay, that timings part. Because for Wednesday I have two classes with you people, and it will be better for you as well as for me. Uh, Pooja has not been able to join, but there is no option for Pooja, I can see. Okay, so regarding the class perspective, there are two classes today for me. So one is hydraulic structure and another is environmental engineering. So I think it will be convenient for you as well as for me if we conduct those two classes at a stretch, right? And suggest me the timings. I will communicate through Prem and tell you the timings, because I think around, if you give me the time around 1 p.m. or 1:30 p.m., then we can have it for suppose like 1.5 hours, and then our job will be done. For continuously those two periods will be encountered. So I will communicate with Prem regarding that issue. Okay, so you have your views on it. Tell Prem and I will communicate with him. Everybody okay with that? Yes. Regarding Puja, I am not seeing any option to join us. So first half, don't you have time in the second half?
सर 11 बजे तक रखिए ना
Leave
सर
for
11 बजे
now
ठीक
and just give your views to Prem. I will communicate with him. Okay. And regarding the rest of the issues, I think Prem is the CR, na? The
স্যার এখন তো
problem is
ল্যাবের কোনো ক্লাস
nothing is
হচ্ছে না
audible to me.
স্যার।
That's why I have to rely on the comments only. Now for today, what we'll be doing, if you have no problem, then you tell me. After the completion of this class, they are giving 5 minutes break. I will start the environmental engineering also. Then I think within 1.5 hours at max, might be around 1 hour only, we'll be done with the two classes. So give your views on that in the comment section, okay? And just for today, and rest will tell afterwards. So I am starting the topic now. Have you gone through the syllabus? This is the prerequisite, as it has been told to start with the prerequisite of your syllabus. I will be taking the hydraulic structure as well as the environmental engineering part for you people. So for the prerequisite part, will be just you won't be going into the details of the things, just the basic things, but Pooja, I can't see her. There is no option to add her. I don't know how it's coming. As we all are new to this Google platform, Zoom would have been a better option because we are accustomed to that. But this thing, let me see, just check. Acha, tell Pooja that I have sent her a request again to join the meeting. I have sent her the request right now. Tell her that, okay? Anybody left to join or will I start? Will I start? Yeah, so I'm starting. The class is about hydraulic structure, right? This is, I think, Anupam sir has not yet taken your class, I suppose. I don't know, then it is your first class. So, Anupam sir and me will be taking the syllabus for your section. So, what do you mean by hydraulics to start off with? What do you mean by hydraulics? As you can suggest, as you know that hydraulics, it is a topic in engineering dealing with the mechanical properties of liquids or fluids, that is called known as the hydraulics part. The name is hydraulic structure, so we have to go by the word by word meaning of that total sentence. So what do you mean by hydraulics? It is the topic in engineering dealing with the mechanical properties of liquids or fluids. Now, what is structure? We can easily relate that structure means it is a construction happening at the periphery of water surface, that is known as hydraulic structure. It may be a dam, a barrage, etc. There are many such things that can be constructed at the periphery of water, means there is contact with water surface. Just hold on, let me see whether myself only got disconnected. Hello,
Tim Patel.
hello. I myself only got disconnected.
Yes, sir.
Nikhil Anand.
तो
Just let me know whether as I got disconnected, just let me know whether I am audible or not, and also the screen share is on or not in the comments.
PP Patel. Prem Patel.
हाँ तो
Okay, okay. So to start off with, I don't know where it got disconnected. So okay, I
Hello,
have
hello,
already
hello.
sent the notes. I hope you have gone through a little bit of the note part. So
Okay, sir, don't worry.
now what I was telling that me and Anupam sir will be taking this subject hydraulic structure
Yes, sir.
for your section, and we will be dividing the syllabus. So later on we'll see, this is just the prerequisite of the things, so need not to be going into, will be not going into the depth of the things, just will be on the periphery of it. And let's see when the syllabus will be started, and after that what will be done. So what do you mean by hydraulic? I will again repeat, what do you mean by hydraulic structure? Hydraulic is a topic in engineering dealing with the mechanical properties of liquids or fluids, that is called hydraulic. And what structure? You all know that you have done structural engineering, structural design of things like RCC, steel structures, etc. So those structures which are constructed at the periphery of water, means there is water surrounding those structures, that is called as hydraulic structure. Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
Bantu.
Hmm. So
Hey, Pooja.
just note down important thing, a hydraulic, because this comes in
Prem,
the
don't do
exam.
this.
A hydraulic structure is a structure submerged or partially submerged in any body of water which disrupts the natural flow of water. You can all understand by that term. Okay, it disrupts the natural flow of water. The few examples are like dam, reservoir, your barrage, etc. All examples of hydraulic structure. Okay, so a hydraulic structure is a structure that is submerged or partially submerged in any body of water that disrupts the natural flow of water. Okay, they can be used to divert as well as completely stop the flow, not only divert but it can also completely stop the flow of water.
Prem, don't
Some
do this.
cases you need to completely stop the flow of water, like in floody season. In case of in rainy season, you can't let the water level rise. For that purpose, dams are constructed in order to store the water and in order to just resist that flow of water. So that is also needed for that is also a hydraulic structure. Okay, so few examples are like headworks. Will come to what
Prem
are
Patel.
headworks, will come to know today itself. Headworks, canals, drainage, bridges, culverts, dams, spillways, your breakwater, etc. are all examples. Coast drainage works, etc. are all examples of hydraulic structures. Okay,
Gonna.
so to start off with, we'll be looking into what is headwork. As you can see the note I have already sent. What is headwork? It is a hydraulic structure which supplies water to the off-taking canal. That is known as headwork. There are two types of headwork, that is storage headwork and diversion headwork. As by the name you can already relate that storage headwork means it is used to store water, and diversion headwork, it is a headwork that is used to divert water. From the name itself you can relate what are those two things. Okay, the storage water, dams is an example of storage headwork, and wires or barrage, etc. Those things are examples of diversion headworks. Okay, look, there are this is just go through this note. Okay, now there are few things that are need to be considered. There are few functions that diversion headworks provide, like it raises the water level on its, there are few points I mentioned. It raises the water level on its upstream side. Upstream means the if there from north to south, if a river flows, the upstream side is the north. You know that, I think. So it raises the water level on its upstream side. That is the role of the function of the diversion headwork. And second point is it regulates the supply of water into canals. Third point is it controls the entry of sleet into canals. Fourth point, it creates a small pond on its upstream and provides some pondage. Fifth point, it helps in controlling the vagaries of the river. So
Bantu.
these are the functions. These are very important in your exam. This comes.
Prem Patel.
What is diversion head was? What are the function of it?
Razi Kumar
So you
Mehto.
need to be very much particular about it. Just remember these points. Anybody joining? Are there any requests coming?
Paneer Bhargava.
Sir.
Oh, my voice is not clear.
Maji the mountain man.
क्या हुआ
Everybody
बंटू?
facing that issue. My with my voice.
नो सर।
ना सर एकदम सही है।
सर बढ़िया आ रहा
Only
है सर
Vivek
आवाज।
is facing that issue.
विवेक का फोन खराब है सर।
विवेक का
टावर
मोबाइल।
के ऊपर बैठ जाओ विवेक,
So
अच्छा से
look,
ऑडिबल होगा।
this is the typical layout. This
विवेक
is
टावर पे बैठो जाओ।
very important. You can see if you go through the question papers, you can see that this part always, most of the time, it comes in the exam. The layout of a diversion headwork. This is the typical layout of a diversion headwork. Just look, this is the headwork, the typical layout of a diversion
अमन कुमार
headwork.
यादव।
You can see all of these guide bands,
पूजा
river
डोंट
is flowing.
म्यूट माई
This is the upstream side and this is
माइक।
the downstream side. Okay, there is divide wall. Though every particular details of these components have a particular function for a good
बंटू बंटू
diversion headwork to be operated. So divide wall, fish ladder, wire barrage, your silt excluder, head regulator, canal, under sluices, everything has its particular function. Okay, we'll come to know later on, but just this
सर
is
ये
the
है
typical
क्या सर?
layout. So there are few things that needs to be considered for
सर
location of
ये वही
diversion headwork.
है
The river, these are the
लोकेशन
few
ऑफ
criteria that
डाइवर्जन
has to
हेड।
be incorporated, otherwise you can't build a diversion
पूजा
headwork.
फोन छीन लेंगे
There are
अपन
तुम्हारा।
निखिल क्या है,
for a
क्या है
construction
निखिल?
purpose there are few criteria. So similarly for construction of diversion headwork, the few criteria needs to be fulfilled, then only you can build a
ये
diversion.
बोतली म्यूट नहीं करो जी।
So
पूजा फोन
the
में घुस के
points
तेरा
are,
फोन छीन लेंगे।
you can see that I have noted down. The river section at the side should be narrow and well defined. The river section
पूजा
should
अमन
not be
कहाँ है?
broad. At the
तेरा सैमसंग
diversion
फोड़
headwork
देंगे।
it should be narrow. Okay. The second point, the river should be high, well defined, inerodible and non-submersible banks, so that the cost of river trimming works is minimum. Always you know that for
प्रेम
constructing
ये
bridges
पटेल
our
पटेल
primary objective
डोंट
is
डू।
to minimize the cost. So it should not be very
छत से फेंक
costly. If
दूंगा
the
वरना मैं।
rivers are broad
मार माथा पे।
and is erodible, then you repairing of those things will be, and the maintenance charge will be very much high. So it won't be a fruitful one for diversion headwork to be constructed, because
सर
your maintenance charge is
क्या
also
बोलो?
one of the
अरे
issues that needs
सर
to be
समझ में नहीं
encountered.
आ रहा है सर।
It needs to be thought of before
सर को खुद ही नहीं समझ में आ रहा।
it needs to be thought of before you are constructing anything, any structural point of view. It needs to be thought of. So your
अरे
river
भाई भाई बड़ा
should be
दिखाएगा।
high, well defined, non inerodible, means it should not be erodible, and non submersible banks. Okay.
सर
पूजा
क्लियर
कुमारी
दिख
Third
रहा
point,
है
the
कैसे
canals
पढ़ेंगे।
taking off from the
सर को म्यूट
diversion
क्या कर रहे हो
headworks
जी?
should be quite economical
कौन किया
and should have a
कौन किया।
large commanded area. Of course, it will be economical, as I have already mentioned.
पूजा
There
कुमारी।
should be a suitable arrangement for
पूजा
the
कुमारी
diversion
चंद्रा।
of river during construction.
ओम
Because
प्रकाश
during
नेटो।
construction, generally the population depend on the for household needs, for especially for drinking purpose, we
रसी
rely on the
पहले तो
river only. What we drink is river water,
प्रेम
right?
पटेल।
After purification, we drink the river water itself. We don't
अभिषेक कुमार
drink the sea
राय।
water and all. So it should not
अमन
be like
यदवंशी
we are
अमन
constructing
कुमार
a
यादव।
diversion headwork and the river on which we are constructing that, it
पूजा अमन
becomes
एब्सेंट क्यों है।
intoxicated, and the population that survives on that particular river, they guess they die or something like
इस
quite
बार जहाँ
tragic
म्यूट की
thing
ना।
happens. It should not be like that. So those things needs to be taken into account.
पूजा चंद्रा डोंट डू दिस।
At the time of construction of the
पूजा न्यू फोन आया फोन फोड़
network,
देंगे तुम्हारा। जहाँ
your
म्यूट की थी।
river should be diverted to some other place, so that the population that is sustained, that has been sustaining on that particular river, don't get hampered. that should be also taken into account. The fifth
अरे
point,
गुलवा
the size should
गुलवा
be such that the wear or barrage, I have already mentioned, those two are diversion headworks. We'll come to know later on the complete definition of wear and barrage. Okay, so the site should be such that the wear or barrage can be aligned at right angles to the direction of flow in a river. Why this point is there? It is important, but the explanation will come to know when we will be studying about wears and barrage. Okay, the sixth point, there should be suitable location for the under sluices, head regulator and other components of the diversion headworks. As I have already mentioned, these are the components of a diversion headwork.
प्रेम पटेल
Hello, am I audible?
yes sir you are audible sir
The problem I am
सर
facing is
समझ में
that
नहीं आ रहा
I am not able to hear you people.
वैसे भी
that's
सर
why I
आप
have
अपना
to
स्पीकर बंद
again
रखिए तो
come
कैसे
on
सुनिएगा
on
सर
the this page and see whether
ए
you
तुम
people
सिखाएगा
are
सर को, हाँ
responding or
इडियट
not.
नॉनसेंस पुलिस बॉय.
There is some issue. I'll resolve it in the next class.
पूजा
सर
डोंट
थोड़ा
डू.
समझ में नहीं आ
Okay.
रहा है सर थोड़ा सा समझाइए
निखिल
ना
निखिल
So I've already mentioned these all the components of diversion headworks are important for
हेलो
the
हेलो
proper regulation
सर
of the
समझे तो
diversion
नहीं है
headwork.
सर.
So there has to be enough room so
सर आप
that
ऐसे
प्रेम
ही बात
पटेल
कर
these
रहे हैं सर
components are
प्रेम पटेल
constructed
बोलो
as
प्रेम
well
सर.
as they are being operated to the
कैसे
fullest
बड़ा?
extent. Otherwise, they are only if one of those components are not being operated to the full level, then your diversion headwork will also not work properly. So every component of the
प्रेम म्यूट
diversion
जान
headwork
किया तो फोन में घुस के
needs to be
मारेंगे भी तुमको.
operated. For that, there should be suitable locations for each of those to be
अबे दम्मा का शिकार है तुम तो.
constructed and to
मरा
be
नहीं कोरोना से
maintained
अभी
and all.
तक. जिंदा है.
There should be suitable locations. The
इनविटेशन
seventh
भेज दो
point,
मरने से
the
पहले.
diversion headworks should not submerge costly land and property on its
मारो मारो
upstream. Of course, it should not submerge. Suppose there is a
माथा
very
फोड़ दो मार
costly
के.
land that
प्रेम
is
सुने
प्रेम
पड़ेगा.
पटेल
हो गया
being
भाई.
submerged
पनीत
into the
भार्गवा
construction of diversion headworks. That is not economical, right? So that things also needs to be taken into account.
पूजा अमन क्यों एब्सेंट है?
Good foundation should be available at the site. Of course, foundation is a very important part for your
सुनो 6 से बीत
civil
गया
work
पता है
purpose.
मुटका
क्षितिज भी
Ninth point,
एब्सेंट है.
the required materials of construction
अमन भी पूजा भी
should be
अर्पिता भी
available near
अभिषेक
the
भी
site. It should not be you are constructing a
प्रेम
diversion
पटेल
का पैदा
headwork
ले लिया तुम.
in
म्यूट कर
Delhi
रहा है
and
हमको.
you are taking the materials from West Bengal. Should not be like that because the transportation charge is also there.
प्रेम पटेल
It increases your cost for building for
सर दिख
constructing
नहीं रहा है
the
सर कुछ
particular
क्लियर.
construction that you are
सर कहाँ
looking
पढ़ा रहे हैं
forward to
सर
do.
रिव्यू
There
मार
are,
रहे हैं सर छोड़ दीजिए
materials that needs to be
पढ़ लेंगे
procured
सर खुद से
should not be from far of place so that
छोटे
the cost, the transportation cost is
पी
as
डर
low
लग
as
रहा है क्या
possible.
माइक बंद कर ले रहा
खा रहे हैं क्या
The next point,
क्या?
the site should be
सब्जी ले-
easily accessible by road and rail. Because that's
प्रेम
the way
पटेल
that
पंडित
transport
भार्गवा गाना सुना तो
bring
चार
it
चवन.
through road. So it should be accessible. Otherwise, you cannot procure the raw materials that is needed for construction of diversion headwork. It is not only for
हाथी तेज न
diversion
बनो बेटा
headwork. These things are needed to be taken into account
चांदी
for
पे विवेक
construction
कुमार.
purpose. Like you have
अरे
done
ऋषभ
estimation, I
कैसा है
think.
बे?
Those things you have already seen in estimation also. For construction purpose, the transportation charge, your
अब जो मेरा
material
माइक बंद किया उसका
procurement,
कोरोना हो जाएगा
those things
ठीक
should be taken
माइक
into
उन्हें बंद
account.
करो
As well as you have done it, I think in the
तो मेरा माइक बंद किया उसको
construction
कैंसर भी हो जाएगा.
management, that part
राखी
you
कैंसर
have
हो
done that also.
राखी
What are
कैंसर हो
the
जाएगा तुमको मत
criteria
म्यूट
that
करो.
needs to be taken into
पूजा
account
हम
while
भाग
the
जाएगा छोड़
construction
के
is being planned out.
पूजा तेरा ब्रेकअप हो जाएगा. अमन मर जाएगा मत कर म्यूट.
Last point is the overall cost of the project should be minimized.
राखी तेरा शादी नहीं होगा कभी जान
With
नहीं
all these things, the first 10 points of automatically the
सर क्या
11th
पढ़ा रहे
point
कुछ समझ में नहीं आ
overall
रहा
को
cost
सुनाया
of the
क्या?
project.
सारा फेल हो जाएगा दो सब्जेक्ट में म्यूट नहीं करो
Okay. So
सर कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा
सर
है
this
सर।
विवेक
is
म्यूट कर दे
the
रहा है सर।
component. This is the typical layout of your diversion network. You have to remember it because this
सर
is
इस
very
जानवर
very
लोग म्यूट कर
important
रहा है।
in
हाँ
exam point of view.
सर राखी
I
प्रेम
don't know
और
when
पूजा
that
म्यूट
will
कर
be
रही है सर।
happening and all, but
हम लोग
if
का है उनके मार्क
exam
खिलवाने के
happens,
लिए
then
आज
this
काम कर
part
रहे हैं।
मत
this
चुप।
part you
ईयरफोन
can
लगाओ,
be done in
ईयरफोन
your
लगाओ,
exam
ईयरफोन।
कर रहे हैं।
in
नहीं
your
लगा
final
सकते,
semester.
बहुत दे रहा है।
So
पूजा डिस्टर्ब मत करो, क्लास को
just
हल्ला हो
go
रहा है
through
बहुत।
this
माइक म्यूट करो अपना।
for today itself. This
राखी
thing is
माथा फोड़
okay.
देंगे तुम्हारा,
After
पढ़ो
this,
शांति से।
in the next class, we will be discussing
चूहा चुप।
about the function of each of those your
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर,
components
बाय सर,
like
गुड नाइट सर,
where, barrage, under
लव यू
uses,
सर,
device
थैंक यू
wise,
सर, बहुत अच्छा
those
पढ़ा है
all
सर, पूरा
things,
समझ में आ गया।
the exact functioning of those, why it is
वी आर
important
फीलिंग
for
प्राउड।
diversion network.
निखिल से पूछ
We'll
लीजिएगा,
learn
सब
that
सब
in
ए
बता
the
देगा।
बोतली,
next class.
बोतली बोतली।
Okay. So tell me
बन
one thing.
जाएगा।
Up to this, it is done for the
बोतली
hydraulic
तेरा
structure
बोतला कहाँ है?
because
तेरा
अमन
बोतला
absent क्यों
कहाँ
है?
है?
next
मारो
we'll see
मारो
in
मारो
तेरा
आ रहा है,
बोतला
आ रहा है।
कहाँ?
class.
तेरा
मारो
बोतला
You
कहाँ
can
है?
आ रहा है यार।
just go through these notes because this subject is mostly
प्रेम प्रेम।
ओम प्रकाश मैं तो
non-mathematical. There won't be you won't
कैसे
be
हो?
finding any
आपको ना दे तो सारा
mathematical
खाली प्रेम पटेल प्रेम पटेल
part.
करा,
You will
बोलो
be
क्या
finding
काम है?
some in the
पंडित भार्गवा।
dance portion,
ई
the
राना
design of dance and
कैसे
all. You will be
ही?
finding some mathematical portion,
राना को
but
पेटी में भेजा था निखिल।
more or so is some
20,000 पेटी हम
मारो
कर
numerical
देने
part.
मारो।
छिला
So
मामी।
just go through these notes, you will
ए
understand, I
निखिल,
think. And if
राना
any
को
doubt
पेटी में
you
भेज
have,
दो।
you can consult me anytime through WhatsApp, phone, email, anything. You can consult me.
ओके सर, बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा था, थैंक यू सर।
Okay.
थैंक यू
So
सर, यस सर।
किधर
tell
श्लोक
me
सुन
one
लग।
thing.
थैंक यू सर।
नो सर, आई डोंट वांट।
यस सर, बोलिए।
Utkarsh, tell what you are not understanding.
कुछ नहीं समझे।
बोलो बोलो, सब समझ में आ गया।
सारी पीडीएफ भेज दीजिए सर, खुद से पढ़
सर
लेंगे
समझ
सर।
नहीं आ रहा सर, थोड़ा आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रहा। हाँ आपस सर, में आज दिख रहा आईएएस है तो बनेगा सर, खुद से पढ़ेगा, पीडीएफ भेज दीजिए उसको।
हम लोग
हाँ
बोल के
तुम
क्या
मजदूर
कर रहे हैं
बनेगा
सर?
ना,
अगर
तुम
सुनाई दे रहा
सुपर
तो
बनेगा
बोल
ना।
के तो आंसर नहीं कर रहा
स्टार्टिंग
हूँ।
से नहीं समझ में आ रहा
सुन
है
के
सर।
चलिए वो
Anybody
फीलिंग्स में।
having any problem? You tell me.
नो
यस
सर, नो
सर।
Write
सर।
in the comment section because
ओके सर, ओके
none
सर,
of
यू
you
राइट
is audible
सर।
to me.
ओके सर, नो प्रॉब्लम सर। पूजा प्रॉब्लम है?
খোলাটা তো মিষ্টি আপনার, কি বলবো।
और सर को सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था।
মিষ্টি
क्या
খাবে
है?
মিষ্টি? রওনা।
नहीं,
मिस्टर ना माशमत खावी।
उनको अभी तक पता
इसलिए
नहीं
ना
चला था ये
बुक
लोग इतनी
कर दिया
बकवासी
तुम
कैसे
लोग।
कर रहे हैं और सर कुछ बोल नहीं रहे हैं। नहीं,
अरे देखो ना सर,
विश्वास नहीं हो रहा था।
सर का
कहाँ से? अबे
स्पीकर
भैंस
ऑफ है।
लोग, अबे भैंस लोग का दिमाग
It's
घुटना
very
में होता है,
difficult
इसलिए
to
तो समझ में
make a
नहीं आया।
class in this
फिर
person
ऐसे ना बोलो
because we have to
टीपी,
do it
अमन
because
गुस्सा हो जाएगा।
ज्यादा
our
बहस हो गया है,
समझ में आ
तेरे को और नहीं सुनाई
but if
देता
you
अब
have
होगा।
उनको
problem
सुनाई
you
दे
tell
रहा है
me.
भाई।
मेरे को पूरा सुनाई देता है।
चल बे, ज्यादा
अरे यार
बोल
तुम
मत,
लोग इतना
बीमार है
हल्ला
तो
कर रहे हो
कोरोना
यार,
होने का
सर
चांस
बता
है
रहे हैं,
तेरे को।
डिस्टर्ब हो रहे हैं। ओ
ये अदवंती अमन कुमारी
ओह माय
रिक्वेस्टेड।
गॉड, कौन
हाय
दे
हाय।
दे
म्यूट नहीं करना चाहिए बच्चा लोग को।
Anybody having any question? Ask me. The
अमन बड़वा,
question are
क्या पढ़
plainly so
अमन
clear.
बड़वा।
হচ্ছে আপনি কি খেয়েছেন স্যার?
হ্যাঁ কি
अरे
বলছিস?
बांग्ला
মাছ ভাত খেয়েছে, মাছ ভাত। তুমি খাবে?
Listen, the first
अमन यहाँ क्या करने आया है?
4 modules
हम
will be
उसको बेच
taken by
देंगे।
me. That is
पूजा को देखना है,
diversion
पूजा को
networks
फोटो में देखेगा।
and
बहुत
means
दिन से
those part cause drainage works
कैमरा ऑन कर
etc.
दे क्या?
Those all things
कर
will
दो
be
कर दो।
taken by me. And from the dam portion,
अरे
dam
अम्मा
part will be
हरामी।
बस एक
taken
बार
by
करता हूँ, फिर सर
me
आप
also.
बोल।
So I have started with your
अबे
diversion
चल चल,
network,
निकल निकल
the
निकल।
first module.
कितना
निकल।
पढ़ता हमारा अम्मी जानते।
सर
अमन
माछ
सिविल
भात
तो में जाके
खाइए।
क्लास करो, वर में डिस्टर्ब मत करो।
अबे उसका
अमन वाई
प्यार
आर यू
यहाँ है
जॉइनिंग
उसको
दिस? पूजा गलत बात है ये।
जय जवान जय किसान।
अमन
कोरोना कहीं हमने
Aman
पार
Kumar
हो
is
गया
I
तो।
think of civil 2.
यस सर, यस सर।
सर वो पूजा को देखना है सर।
राजीव रहने दो।
लहा दिया
अरे
भाई
ना
तुमको।
मारे
Anybody
तुमको, हम
having any
राजीव
doubt?
बोलेगा
You
ज्यादा
tell me.
तुम
अरे बोतली मारेंगे ना।
मारे
अमन
तुमको ठीक हो
डिस्टर्ब
जाएगा।
क्लास।
जो
अमन
मारा
डिस्टर्ब
मारी
क्या कर रहा है?
कोरोना
अमन
में।
डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है सर, सबको म्यूट कर दे रहा है। पढ़ने जाओ।
সুটিয়েলা
ए राना केमन आछे रे?
রানা মাছ ভাত খাসিস
राना टिकटॉक बनाचे कि ना यार तुम रोज 6 पानी लेकर आंसू निकालो अमन आंसू निकालो पानी से
पाउडर दे दें क्या जी? राना
हाँ जी बोलिए
पाउडर है कि खत्म हो गया है?
राना प्लीज अनम्यूट योर
पतंजलि फ्लेवर चाहिए पतंजलि
पता
রানা রানা পেটিএম कर दे
राना पेटीएम किए थे बात
पेटीएम नहीं अब तो कोरोना हो गया पेटीएम में ना
और तब किस में भेजे
कोरोना नहीं हुआ कैश में
Any
दिक्कत
doubt
है
or not in the comment section?
नो सर
सर लिखे तो सर चैप्टर का नाम नहीं पता।
पकड़िए माथा फोड़ देंगे अगर म्यूट की तो।
ए प्रेम पटेल देखो कौन कौन क्या क्या कर रहा है
पाड़े।
हम क्या करे तुम्हें
तो तुम सीआर है बे
तुम जो कर रहा है जो सही कर रहा है
Any doubt? So
मारो मारो
next thing is that
मारो।
I have the
हमने भगा दिए सर
environmental, class also.
हाँ।
So can
अमन को भगा दिए सर कोई इज्जत नहीं अमन का अरे यार हंसो यार सब जोर जोर से हंसो
हे को छोड़
अमन को भगा दिया गया मुटकी रो रहे
म्यूट मत करना सर को म्यूट मत करना
It will be done. It will be taking around
Ray
30 at max for the classes to end. So everybody okay with that? Then I will
Yes,
resume
sir.
that class. After ending
Sir.
this one.